Hello guys and welcome back to episode 2 of Scout to Survive with me Alex, and today we're playing Brentford. It's going to be a big game, great start to the season. Hopefully it's going to be coming bound. We've seen Leicester already beat, I believe, Villa, and then Liverpool on the opening day beat City 4-2. So I'll quickly take you through the transfers and what's gone on. So since last time, few interesting things have happened. We've actually managed to have a look at a few different players that have come through, so I'll take you through a few of them that are we're still talking about, still getting a few reports here and there. What's making this more interesting is the fact that we don't actually have the stats for each player. We don't know how they're going to turn out. It makes it a lot more interesting for us, because players like these, you've just got to trust what your scouts say in real life. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So, the actual transfer history, what have we done? I'll take you through it. The only player we've bought is Fabio Carvalho. Now, we've brought him in for 9 million from Fulham. Great signing. I'm really happy to have him in. He's already worth the 32 to 40 million banding. He's going to go straight into the side. I think he goes straight into the starting 18 anyway. Maybe not the first team just yet, but I wanted to give him time to adapt. I was thinking about having him maybe in this centre mid role as an advanced playmaker attack, but I've gone against that now, and I'm probably going to try and play him on that right hand side, but we'll see how he goes. Other than that, the transfers haven't been that busy. We're still looking at Sviatchenko to come in, because I am having a look at trying to maybe move on Tarkowski. There's a few clubs sniffing around trying to sign him. As you can see, Atletico Madrid, Palace, Leicester, Lyon, Sevilla. So yeah, I'm trying to offer him out, see how much I can really get him for. First of all, we're going to go into the game. Transfers we've gone through, there's not really much to report. I'm bringing in a director of football. I'm going to try to anyway. It's telling me to make changes to the team. It wants to bring Cornet in at left wing back, this left wing back role, which he actually might not be a bad shout to do, to be honest. Depending on how good is he compared to Eric Peters. Let's just have a quick comparison between the two. So Cornet and Peters. Peters looking much more defensively sound, but the only thing is Cornet's very good at going forward. So I might bring him on just towards the end of the game, but nothing else really. Opposition instructions, obviously you always change them, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how our side is lining up. I've got to be honest. We're looking pretty decent throughout the midfield. The wing backs need work. The centre backs I'm very happy with, as well as the goalkeeper. Really happy with them. The striker could be a bit better, but you've just got to play with what you've got. So we're going to submit the team, see how we go. Fabio Carvalho, what number shall we give him? We're giving the number 17. It's a bit of a flary number in it. And then let's go straight into the game and see how we can perform against Brentford. Let's send the assistant to speak to the lads, and let's get into the game straight away. We've got the match stats, the general overview, the visualizer to see what's going on, XG match story, formations here and where the people are playing, and then also the league table, and obviously the players down here as well. As we get straight into this, oh my god, the camera angle. Let's just change this. Let's get a bit deeper down. We don't want to be as high up, and also let's zoom in as far as we can to really get a good view of what's going on. So once like Peters won it back at the back, Ben Mee kicks it out, and it's falling all the way to Janssen, who now tries to play it forward. Brentford looking pretty scary going forward here as Ruslev crosses the ball in. No guards there, but he heads it straight over the bar. We're playing balanced. We're going for a pretty standard approach here for what I think Burnley should be. Very much just route one, getting the ball forward, counter-attacking where you can, just trying to play it safe. No tiki-taka, nothing. Regain possession quite a lot, but I just want to try and fire home and point the fingers. I'm proud of everyone's efforts so far. Let's just keep it going, because we're doing all right. Let's try and get a bit further forward. Let's start the second half. I think what we can do here is we can actually push a bit further forward, see what we can do there, and also let's try and focus it down the left-hand side, and maybe just play with a bit higher tempo. Let's play for a bit more higher tempo. Let's see what we can do with that. Change the opposition instructions as we've now developed into the game, and yeah, I think so far we're doing all right. Who shall we bring on? It might have to be the man himself, Fabio Carvalho. Let's play him in a more attacking role. I'll tell you what, for the last 20 minutes, let's just try and switch things up. I know we've been playing it pretty safe so far. Let's get him into this attacking midfielder role, which we know he can play. Jack Cork to play a bit more of a defensive role, and then instead let's have Carvalho going a bit further forward. Let's see what we can do with him in the side. 20 minutes left, a 0-0 away from home to Brentford on the opening day of the season. It's not the best result, but I'll take it. I'll take it as, in fact, Mbeumo crosses it in, Ivan Toney's there, and it's a decent header at the front post, but nothing really come of it yet. We're going to just sit a bit more cautious. Let's encourage the lads to try and get a bit more out of this game, as it's the 86th minute now, and Brentford actually is a highlight, and Brentford look pretty scary coming forward. Onyeka is on the ball. They're probably going to try and go for it now, Brentford. I won't be surprised, as Roerslev has acres of space to run into. No one's picking up his man, Tony, with the header, and it just goes wide. The 86th minute, Brentford looking a bit scary coming forward more and more now. Carvalho's come on and he's impressing with a 6.8. He's coming up to the added time. We're going to take this draw on the opening day of the season, and for that, I tell you what, it's not the worst result that I'll ever take. It's always good getting a decent result on the first day of the season. Now then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do 2 games per episode, so we're going to have Southampton in this one as well. XG wise, we really didn't do well in that game, but to get a draw away from home against Brentford, who are probably going to be relegation candidates as well. And to be honest with you, they've got a pretty strong side. I'm very happy with how we did there. I'm very, very happy. Elsewhere, West Ham beat Crystal Palace. Tottenham got beat by Manchester United, who have Lingard still. Chelsea beating Brighton. Wolves beating Leeds is an interesting one. Arsenal also beating Norwich. And yeah, Liverpool beating City as well at 4-2, as you can see. So we're sitting pretty nicely. We're sitting 9th. Nothing to really report. I'll come back to you when we get to Southampton with any more transfer updates that we've got. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying getting a few more players in to strengthen this side for sure. And we're back for the Southampton game. Now then, before we get into it, the transfers wise, what's been going on? So we've signed one extra player, and I think he's a very, very strong candidate. 29-year-old Eric Sviatchenko. Sviatchenko come from FC Midtjylland, 3.4 million. He's played 3 games for them. Really good average rating. Looks unbelievable. Great heading, great marking, decent passing if we need to use him there. Tackling, positioning, everything you're looking for in a central defender, this man's got. And I'm looking forward to having him at the club. I'll be honest, 4-star rating, current rating. The scouts have done me proud there for 3.4 million. Really, really good. We're also looking at Madi Kamara, an interesting central midfielder to also bring in, just to try and bolster our midfield, as well as that Connor Goldson as well, a centre-back that I might try and bring in just to replace Ben Mee, because I know he's getting a bit older, and just have a really strong core at the back. So team selection wise, we're going to look at how we're going to set up this time round. Now, selection view, we've got all this on. We're going to play with Sviatchenko and Tarkowski at the back, and brought in Charlie Taylor, who looks a bit more impressive at this left back role. I've got to admit, this wing back role, not that got the pace, but everything else, crossing, marking, tackling, the work rate, the positioning, looks really, really good. Looks absolutely brilliant. Can I just add? So he's wanted by West Ham, but I'm going to try and keep him in. We've gone to this 4-4-1-1 because we're at home. Fabio Carvalho playing that attacking midfielder role. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of what we've changed. Cornet might bring him in for Taylor a bit more throughout the game, but overall Jack Cork and Brownhill keeping these midfielder spots with, I believe, who did I put onto the bench? Ashley Westwood being put onto the bench, just not performed as well as I thought he would have so far. So yeah, we're going to go straight into the game. Play balance, we're going to keep it going as we were. Number 15 for Sviatchenko, and let's go into it, see how we perform. I'm hoping we can get another game out of this. Another good game. We're at home, our first home game of the season. Let's pump the fist up. I want to be impressed today, and let's get into it against Southampton, who have been firing them home. Brozier has been really, really good for them, so I'm hoping we can kind of get something from this. As we've got the first highlight of the game, 31 minutes in, Carvalho picks it up. This is sort of the avenue I wanted to go down. Carvalho picking it up on the right-hand side. Tarkowski now bringing it forward. Let's see what we can do with him. Carvalho, Goodmanson, gives it to Lowton. Finds Carvalho again. Nice little bit of interplay here. Brownhill finds Weghorst. Can we play the 1-2? Brownhill gives it back to Weghorst. Can he finish? No, he can't. The big man can't finish up front. That was a golden opportunity. That was really a golden opportunity. I'm going to demand a bit more from the lads. As Perraud now comes down this left-hand side. Gineppo tries to play it through, but Sviatchenko looking pretty massive. He looks massive in this centre-back role. As is Gineppo, he's thrown goal. As Brozier's play through Gineppo, and they've really turned this upside down now, have Southampton. Not fantastic by us at all in that midfield position. Brownhill giving away the ball, and then Adams gives it to Brozier straight away. Who's this? Brownhill doesn't follow his man, and Gineppo just puts that home. Top right hand corner even. Really, really good by the left winger there. It's just not looking good for us so far. Possession wise, I'm not too bothered, as I said. I'm not too bothered at all. It's just whether or not we can get going forward, and we're looking pretty good going forward, I've got to admit. Let's start the second half, see how we can go forward. I've made a few tactical changes. As you can see, that in terms of expected goals, it's probably just not going our way just yet. Let's try and encourage the team, try and get something out of this, because surely we should be able to get something out of this game. We've been playing pretty well so far. Come on, Burnley, let's do something. Let's bring on Jay Rodriguez into this right mid role. Who else is looking a bit worse for wear? Dwight McNeil's not looking brilliant. Let's bring on Maxwell Cornet as well, the signing that we made during the January of this year. As Bednarak brings it forward for Southampton. Brozier, they're looking pretty scary as they're coming forward. Southampton, as Pope punts that clear now. Can Barnes head it down? He can't. And Livramento now coming forward. El Yunusi gives it back to Ward-Prowse. Livramento now. McNeil nicks it off him and comes forward with it. Can he get anything from this? A good crossing might be good here as Ashley Barnes. Great cross by Dwight McNeil. Getting forward. We've got a goal back. We're going a bit more attacking here. We're looking pretty devious going forward. Dwight McNeil really carrying the club on his back here. We've brought him off because he's not been having the greatest of games and he looks pretty worse for wear, but a brilliant ball in, and Ashley Barnes is there to fire it home, beats Forster, and we're back in this now, 1-1. Yeah, let's carry on. Let's make a few changes. Let's see what we can bring to them, as we've got another opportunity here. It's played first time. James Tarkowski's there. Brownhill with the free kick. We've done really, really well. What a ball in. After the mistake he made earlier, we've taken a free kick early. And look at that. James Tarkowski in acres of space heads that home, back of the net, and we're going strong. We're going strong. 2-1 after being 1-0 down. We've gone a bit more attacking, and now we're looking absolutely lethal. Carvalho picks it up on this left flank. Cork on it now. Can he maybe play back to Carvalho? Nice little back heel. Cornet on it now. 1-2. Carvalho tries to play it through. Brownhill has a decent opportunity, a decent chance on the edge of the box, but just can't convert that home. We're playing absolutely fantastic here. It's coming up to the 94th minute, and look at that. We've managed to pick up a nice little win. People are going to be talking about that comeback for a while. I'm very happy with that, and that has concluded what has to be a really good, successful start to the season. Tactics wise, we're looking at the players we've got in here. We've brought in Sviatchenko, who's going to really make us solid at the back. Tarkowski on the edge of maybe selling him. He's been with Burnley for absolutely yonks. He's started the season very well. He'll be exploring his options at the end of this contract, but I'd love to try and keep him on, but I don't think it's doable, so I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to let him go, although he is an absolutely fantastic player. Weghorst not having the greatest of starts with us. 12 million we signed him for. I'm going to probably look to try and maybe move him on if he doesn't start to really produce for us at some point. But important player in his prime years, that 40 million, that 33 to 40 million price tag staring me in the face. And Fabio Carvalho, over the last 2 games, I've got to admit, 6.9 rating. He's played in the attacking midfielder role against Brentford and Southampton. He's made quite a few key passes. Nice few tackles. What's this? Tackles 1, he's won 3 out of the 4. Yeah, I think he's had a pretty good start to the season, and considering he's only 18, he's going to get better and better. I'm pretty happy with him so far. So yeah, let's see how we develop. Let's see how we go. I hope you join me for episode 3, where obviously we'll be getting a bit deeper into the season. Behind the scenes, I'll try and carry on. I might take us. Let's have a look. Schedule-wise, we've got the Carabao Cup, then Watford. I'll bring you back for Brighton and Manchester City. They shall be 2 interesting games, and yeah, let's see how we carry on going forward. We're having a pretty nice run so far, so let's hope we can keep this up. Watford at home will be a nice one. Looking at their form, not looking great at the moment. Brighton away from home will be a tricky one, and then we do get into the probably the difficult games where you're looking to try and reduce the damage as much as you possibly can. Any result is a result from these type of games. Leicester City, Arsenal, and Manchester United and Liverpool back-to-back as well. Tottenham and Chelsea back-to-back as well. Big games all around there. So yeah, hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in episode 3. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.